Hey guys, it's Katura. I know it's been a while since I've been speaking in a video since I was sick, but I'm all better now and I want to show you guys how to make wings. A lot of people want to make wings. Some people know how, some people don't. Shwiper shared with me how to see them and I saw other people sharing it as well. And I want to go over some tips and tricks that I came up with while making my wings. So first you want to select the wing color that you want and you're going to drag it out onto your hat, deselect it, turn the hat so you can bring it to the very tip of the hat. You just follow that down to the very tip and then you're going to just be dragging outwards. If it doesn't work, I suggest moving your hat a little bit, drag outwards, and eventually it will detach from the hat. Sometimes it's a little tedious and sometimes, as you can see, it will just go right back to the hat. So you just need to keep trying, and I did learn that at this point when it's having trouble, move your hat after every try just a little bit and then eventually you will get it. And now you can see here, I'll try again and it stayed out. So at this point what you want to do is just keep dragging out. Every time you drag out, it's going to move around the hat. And I've learned that wherever you move your hat, that's where it's going to move to, is like the end. You can see that it moves to that end line on the left. It matches up with that. And so I actually spent too much time thinking that it was more random, dragging this around, until I figured out, oh, it's just kind of where my hat ends on the left is where the feathers are going to end up. And so once I figured that out, and I know I want it kind of in the middle of the back, just a little off center of the back, and that's where I want it. And at this point I made the feather as big as possible because I realized I need to see where it's going to go at this size and not the smaller size. And so now I'm just dragging it around every time. I just put the hat where I want it and I drag a little on my screen. And now you can see I'm trying to line it up a little bit more center. That's too far off to the right and will show off my shoulder. So I'm really trying to line it up with that very end left part of the hat so I can get it centered a bit more. But I do think this is where I'm wanting it. So at this point I want to go select a brim, it doesn't matter which one. And then when you drag on your screen, it's going to lower. You don't want it to lower anymore, so don't drag on your screen anymore. All you will be doing is adjusting at this point to get the wing where you want it. Make sure the circles are highlighted before you move your finger at all, because if you drag on the screen, it will keep lowering it more and more after you add the brim. And at this point it could be very good to check out how it looks on your character, if it's at a spot that you like, if you want to keep working on it, or if you need to restart. And you can see that it does glitch a little when you move. It goes into your character a little bit, but I think at this position, which is more the middle of your back, it's really not that bad. And of course you could adjust more too. I wanted to show you here how if you drag on your screen, the feather will keep lowering after you've added the brim. It doesn't even matter if you take the brim away. Every time you drag on the screen, it's going to go lower and lower. So that's why I suggest not doing that. So now I'm going to show you the second one. I'm going to speed it up though. You can see that this one went to the side a lot easier, and then I just kept moving it around. Of course, I forgot to make it bigger at the beginning, but I do that in a second. But you can see that it's actually, once you get the hang of it, it's not too hard. Like I said, sometimes it can be hard detaching it from the hat, but after that it's a piece of cake. It's just getting it positioned where you want it. You have to position it first before you lower it. Again, that's very important. So now I have it bigger. I'm trying to eyeball exactly where I want it and move it there. And then I'm just going to turn it around and I can see, okay, that's a pretty good spot. So then I'm going to add my brim and I'm going to drag on my screen after the brim is added and it will lower it. And again, don't drag on your screen anymore, only adjust your wings from there. Now if you want your wings going in the same exact position like this, keep it like this, but if not, you need to flip it around and then from the top circle flip it over so then they're matching on each side, although the colors will be a little different when you do this because you're showing the front of the feathers and the back of the feathers on the viewpoint of your character. But it still turns out really great. Flip it around and then you can adjust the wings there. Again, be very careful not to drag on your screen because then you'll have to restart one of the wings and that would just really suck. So you can see I'm adjusting it here and then I'm going to just check it on my character after I save it. And honestly, I actually think it looks really great and I think the position is really not too bad for glitching. Yeah, it will go into your character a little bit, but it's honestly not too bad. I think the position is good to have it in the middle of your back like that. That way it also hides the circles a little bit better and longer hair will also hide it. So I just think this is really fun and whoever originally thought of it, thank you so much. And I hope this helps you guys with making your wings and your hats, and that you have a lot of fun with it. If you have any questions, feel free to ask me in the comments below. And thank you guys so much for watching.